welcome along to DR Sports. My name's Nicky Hawkins. I'm your host. This is the start of the European football content here on DR Sports now. I know I'm a West Ham fan. Don't worry, I haven't crashed it. I see a few comments in the comment section already saying, "What's he doing here as a West Ham fan?" I'm just the impartial host tonight. I've got a range of really special guests representing leagues all across Europe. I've got a bit harder hearing, so if you hear me saying like what, I've been firing shots at the Premier League all week. That's
fair play, lads. Fair play.
But representing AC Milan, Alessandro Syria.
Yeah.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm all good, thank you.
Yeah. Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, I am. I think we're going to do better than we did last year. I think our young crop of players are determined and ready to at least advance through the group stages this time.
Absolutely. We'll get into that in a second. Stewie, representing Liga.
Thanks for having me.
As
usual. Yeah.
Good?
I'm good. Oh yeah, confident. Again, the new guy for this season has no European experience, so I'm not really expecting anything at the Champions League level, apart from at least reaching the semi-finals. But we'll see. We're looking good. The style of play this season looks really exciting, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Doyle, representing the Premier League and Liverpool. How are you, mate?
Mara, yeah. Doing as well as I can, Nicky, mate, yeah.
We'll leave it there, mate.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to talk about. And the champions, of course, Real representing Real Madrid.
Thank you. Yes. Confident for this year as well.
Well, it's got to be, right? Royal.
A por la 15, 15. Why not?
Absolutely.
Again.
Right.
I want to say something. I was checking the news here. I didn't see Real Madrid as favorite team for win the Champions League.
Is it?
Sorry, journalists, players. I don't know. I didn't see. I see Liverpool, PSG, and City, and I didn't see Real Madrid. That's it.
Are you happy with that, though? Go under the radar?
I am happy. Everyone.
You've only won it the most times out of anyone.
Yeah.
So.
No.
It's only 14, lads.
14, yeah. And check our market.
Nah, do you know what?
Without million, you know.
It's a counter
this year.
To counter what you just said, yeah. You've got to look at your Champions League run last season, lad. It was spectacular, but for all the wrong reasons, lad. You kept going behind and then pulling it back and winning the game spectacularly. And that's cool, boss. But can you replicate that twice in a season? Can Benzema, who's like 45 years old now, replicate another season like he's just had? It's one of them, innit, lads? So I can see why they're not picking you as favourites, but you can't never write Real Madrid off, ever. He's the kings of Champions League, unfortunately. So
Benzema, best player in the world at this moment, in my opinion, Ballon d'Or.
It's going to be. I mean, if it's not Ballon d'Or this season, I don't understand what's happening. It should
Has to be.
Yeah.
Let's go round the clubs and see how you're getting on in your respective leagues. Let's start with you, Dom.
oh, okay.
How you getting on, mate?
I'm very feeling. Yeah? And as you said, lad, we're not getting on very well, are we? We've been watching a few games together, actually. So seeing me fuming, I think it's just been one of them type of things where Liverpool have set such high standards for themselves at the moment that we're not hitting them, and it's frustrating to see it. But I do have a little bit of hope after the last game we played against Everton. That was just one of them games where we done everything right, but Pickford was just insane. We hit the post 3 times. It was just one of them type of games. So I think the boss said it last time. He's like, what can you do? We're just going to play on. And that's what we do. Liverpool just keep going on. And I think that the league hasn't been the best. But, you know, we've seen it in that league where we had a really bad one in the lockdown league. Well, still brought it back and came to 3rd. So you can never ever write Liverpool off. You can't, mate.
Well, this is a question for everyone, really. Can you separate your league form from your Champions League experience? Because, like, traditionally, Doyle, when you've won a Champions League,
we've been poor in the league.
You've been poor in the league,
yeah. We finished 5th and 4th and that when we were in the league, you know what I mean? So when it comes to this European tour, which we're going to talk about later, there's definitely a lot of confidence in me. Like, with Liverpool at the Champions League side, we've won it more times, double the times that anyone else has in England. So I'm pretty confident going into the Champions League. We've never traditionally been a league team, even though we've been able to keep up with City the way we have. It's just one of them bad starts to the season, and we'll see what happens in another 10 games, and that's when I'll have a better view of what we're going to be standing like in the league. With Haaland and the way they're scoring at the moment, it doesn't look like anyone's going to come first except for City, really, doesn't it? Sorry, Arsenal fans, but yeah, it just looks like City are just going to run away with it all over again, mate. And you know what? If Liverpool don't win the league this season and we lose it by 10 points, I'm a little bit alright with that, rather than losing it by 1 point on the last day when City go down 2-0 and win 3-2. Like, I can sort of expect that we're not going to win it instead of having that hope to the end. But, you know, we haven't been good, mate.
So we can-
Are you all in agreement that you can separate league from Champions League,
Well,
or does it? roll over into something?
Obviously, if you're terrible in your own league, then it's not looking good for the Champions League. But that's a totally different competition. So the way it works is completely different. For example, Real Madrid, sometimes they won the Champions League and they were doing all right in La Liga. They were not smashing La Liga, but they have the expense of this competition. That's why they won it. But yeah, for us, PSG, we drew once since the beginning of the season, won all the other games, smashed the other games actually. And it's not because we're Farmers League, it's because we have a proper style of play. No. Last season, we were not playing like this, bro. I see you here. Last season we were not scoring goals like this. The style of play we had was not like this. So it's looking really good in terms of strategy as well. The players we recruited during the transfer window made a lot of sense comparing to the previous transfer windows. Hollywood FC looks like it's almost over. Hopefully, we're building for the future. So I'm really confident about just the Gaffer. To be fair. The Gaffer smashed everything domestically, but has no European experience.
I've been watching a few games and some of your
So
games.
let's see how it goes. As I said, Champions League is not the French league. If you have a Gaffer that smashed everything domestically, but no European experience, that's where it cannot work, actually. So I have mixed feelings about this season in Champions League. I know that domestically we win the treble, but Champions League with this Gaffer, if we reach the semi-finals, it will be good.
Come on.
Yeah.
Semi-final.
Respect, respect.
They need to be winning.
We have the potential. Well, I'm realistic, bro. We have the potential to win it. On paper, it's always like this. Last season we spoke about this, and it was like, even Robbie and everyone was saying, PSG is going to smash it. Yeah, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. But football is not like this. It's not assembling the Avengers and waiting for them to win and money. It's not. It's more than money.
And that's why the league.
It's more than everything. It's all about exactly the experience, the way the players are working together. The fans, the strategy of the gap, everything around this, and you can have loads of money. Look what happened last season. We've been kicked out very early from the competition by Real Madrid in a very nasty way as well. So you see, it's not about this. This season it makes sense, but I'd say the lack of European experience from the Gaffer might play and not in our favour, unfortunately.
Obviously, going into your league, you're going to win the treble. You say,
hopefully, yeah.
You're pretty much steamrolling it every year. But is it about time that PSG did win this competition?
Of course.
Knowing the amount of money they've got, knowing the talent that they've got in their team, fell short for the past few years. Are you in? Everyone around this table's won the Champions League 7 times, 6 times, 14 times.
Thanks
PSG
for reminding me.
But is it about time that PSG, stepped up, won the Champions League, and that would propel them on to be able to win multiple titles?
Of course. How old is your club?
1899. So.
How old is your club?
A lot older than yours. I know what you're.
How old is your club?
A lot of that,
1970. We're babies. I keep reminding these guys. We're babies in this game. We have plenty of time. We're not in a rush. 1970 is nothing. Even QPR around the corner where I live in Shepherd's Bush is 1882. So we knew in this game the investment came recently. Yeah. We know that investment is really important to win trophies as well. That's just a fact, especially with modern football these days. And we're getting there. But the pressure is less on us than Man City, for example. Because the Gaffer this season is a new Gaffer. The system everything is new. Pep has been here for years. The amount of money they have invested in the club is the equivalent of what we did as well. They have more expense than us. I'd say there's more pressure on Man City than us, for example. I understand everything around PSG, the hype around this, the Messi, Neymar, Mbappe thing, but we have time. Have time.
What I would say there, Stu, like if I just play devil's advocate, 52 years. What year did you win your first European Cup?
Like the first year. Yeah, the first year it existed. Like that argument doesn't stand for me either.
19, I don't know, 14.
Literally the first year I think it was you won it, lad. So it doesn't matter how old your club is. Your club's it's 50 years old. That's enough to have generational support. Plus you have wealth in abundance. And not only do you have wealth in abundance like City, you have star players that they don't have in Mbappe, Messi and Neymar. They are ridiculously quality players.
Yes, they
are. So there is almost a responsibility for them to win the Champions League, especially players that have already done it. Not many City players, I don't think, in that team have won the Champions League. And I get what you're saying, there's a time pressure.
Yeah.
There definitely is a time pressure in the sense that Pep will be gone from Man City at some point, and after that, will their reign continue after him? Maybe not. So that's their time frame. They've got to fit within Pep to win that Champions League. You're always going to have the money, and you're going to be existing for the next 100 years anyway. So you can potentially win it, and you can take your time on that. But the argument that you've only been 50 years and that you haven't won it because you've only been 50 years doesn't stand. That's not right.
But are the owners in a rush? I know that the fans can be patient.
The owners are in a rush, obviously. They invested a lot of money. We are in a rush to win it, but not because of the money that has been invested in the club. We are in a rush to win it as normal fans. We all want to win the Champions League anyway. But there's always this thing around how we are training all year long. I know I'm always pissed off when people are saying Farmers League, Farmers League, Farmers League. But you guys in England, for example, are playing Champions League games every week in, week out, kind of. So even La Liga is the second league after Premier League. So it's a very competitive league as well. Atleti, Barca no longer these days, but even the mid-table is also quite competitive. We trying to build with what we have domestically. It's not an excuse to have a weaker league than the Premier League, but that's why I'm saying the expansion in the Champions League will help us achieve that goal. But we need more time than a club that is playing Champions League games week in, week out.
Yeah.
The thing with your league is it's not necessarily that every team is poor, it's that there's a massive gulf in quality once you drop from the top 5 teams. So that's the point. That's why it's a Farmers League, because the rest of them can't keep up with the quality that these 5 consistently can.
It's even top 3 to be fair.
It's so far ahead of everybody else that there's no competition. And that's
no, that's not true. There is competition. We lost the league to Lille, for example.
Yeah,
we lost the league to Monaco and the Qatar owners were here.
How many leagues in the last 10 years have he's won?
Yeah, apart from those 2, we won all the rest.
But you'd look at the Premier League and you would argue that Liverpool and Man City have pushed one another for the last 6 years.
Yeah, but that's the same goes for you guys. Apart from Liverpool and Man City for the past few years, it's only been the 2 of you guys.
I would agree, but there's not been such a massive gulf in quality. I'd agree that.
In terms of wealth and investment,
6th to 15th, really, there's a massive. They're quite similar in quality.
Of course, it's way more competitive. That's a fact.
Are better than the rest of them, but the rest of them stay quite close.
Yeah, I agree with you.
These other teams can still beat the likes of City. That's why you get Crystal Palace. Who beat City on a consistent basis. That's why you get Liverpool who lose against them.
Look at what Fulham is doing, for example, or stuff like that. This is the type of stuff we don't have in France.
That's when the money comes.
I understand.
That's where the money comes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I agree that the money comes in from the media, and it's all in the Premier League, and that's where the quality players come in, because they get more money for the contracts, they get more money from the teams, etc., etc.
Even the Saudis, for example, they prefer to invest in Newcastle, and they were in discussions with Marseille. But they did not invest in Marseille. They prefer to invest in Newcastle rather than Marseille, for example.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's the Premier League.
Better prospects.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even though Marseille I know what you mean, they have heritage, pedigree club, fantastic in France, massive support. There's a reason for it, you can see it.
Alessandro, AC Milan, Syria, did really well. And something that I like to see personally, when I was growing up, during the 80s and the early 90s, Milan were the team. Make no mistake about it, they were the team. Last winners in 2007. It went a little bit down.
It's gone downhill.
Is this the re-emergence of a European giant? 7-time winners, of course.
Yeah, I won't get too ahead of myself, but I think with obviously got new owners now from America, which also have a percentage in Liverpool as well, Redbird. Our owners, before the policies, it went downhill. Even when we won in 2007, the Berlusconi era, it was going downhill even then. The last league we won was in 2010-11. Had to sell our best players. 2 got sold straight to PSG. They didn't want to leave, but the finances in Italy. And then our new owners have come in. They've financially plus a bit more stability in finance-wise, and they've got a new policy of keeping the contracts low and bringing young players in. I think last year, our squad average age was about 24 and a half. Then bringing the experience of Simon Kjaer, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Giroud, just like Giroud again, 3 goals in 2 games against Inter.
Yeah, still going.
It's crazy.
Phenomenal, really.
But we have that crop of young players. Literally all of them last year, that was their first time in the Champions League. I think they got a taste. We were in the group of death, first time in 7 years back in the Champions League. We're in the group of death. This year we have a slightly easier group, but you never know what will happen. But players like Tonali, 21, 21, 22 years of age, is just bossing it in Italy. Absolutely bossed Brozovic and Barella in the midfield on Saturday. Benacer from the Algerian, 24 years of age. Then let's talk about Rafael Leao on the wing. Absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed Inter on Saturday. Yes, there is sometimes he is not consistent. I think the first 4 games in the season he wasn't there, but he picks and chooses when he wants to be world class. But he has all the potential. Only 21. Chelsea were going in for him, bidding about 120 million for him. Like he is world class.
Well, from the days when you were one of the super clubs, the times moved on, even since 10, 11, really. 2007, the Kaka days, and, when you were still a huge force in Europe. Money's sort of come into the game now, and you've got the likes of PSG and Manchester City that have come on the scene over the last sort of 10 years and really sort of grasped that European. That's what they want. These guys that own these clubs want that, and you've got the likes of now Newcastle. Is that a little bit worrying for clubs like Milan? Because
it's worrying for the whole league, I think.
The
whole league in Serie A. I think it all started in the noughties with the scandal in 2005 and 6, and then the money's just gone. I think the Italian FA don't really want to put their money in. The mayors of all the cities, because most teams in Italy, they share their stadiums. I think Juventus, out of the top teams, Juventus are the only, and Napoli are the only 2 teams that have their own stadium. We share with Inter, Rome share with Lazio.
Yeah.
So we have these plans. Every team, Roma had a plan 3 years ago to have a new stadium. Nothing heard about it.
Yeah.
Us as well. We have new owners now. We'll see if we can get the stadium.
Yeah, it was supposed to be destroyed as well.
They want to destroy the old stadium, build a new one, but still share it with Inter, but it's ours, because most of the stadiums in Italy, they're council owned. So the money, there's just no money. So the teams that come up, most of them go down straight away without spending anything.
Does that money go into the community or something? When you say it's council owned, does it go back into the community, or just doesn't go into the football club? I know it doesn't do that.
We get part of a summer, we get a percentage of it, but most of it goes into the city.
Okay.
And that's worrying.
It's different. I enjoy the sound of that infrastructure. It's quite an honest infrastructure because it gives back to the community that feeds the club and pays for the club and watches the club and loves the club. And I like that model actually, but football is definitely not that model anymore.
No, it's
and
not.
you definitely can't succeed with that model anymore.
I think what you find is a lot of football clubs are now getting more and more separated from their communities. They're becoming multi-billion pound businesses rather than staples of the community. But I'm looking forward to seeing AC Milan this year because I think they've got an exciting team. The champions are here, La Liga. There's not much that can be said about Real Madrid that hasn't already been said. How are you getting on, and how do you fancy your chances? Is it harder to retain than win?
The return to win. I think that we have a difficult job this year in La Liga, so we will see one La Liga more competitive. And I'm happy. I can't wait for starting the Champions League because it's really difficult. Win 2 Champions League in a row.
Back to back, yeah.
But yeah, let me see, and we can see the market this year. So we almost just took out one player, just to Chouameni, and that's it. And Rudiger, sorry. But how can we return the trophy? I don't know, to be honest. Let me see what happens this year, but maybe we will play the same. We will play the same with the same mentality, but of course, I think that as Real Madrid fan, we have something different to all the other fans. Because we want to win another Champions League. Like Modric said the last 2 days ago, said he wants to win another Champions League. I want to win another Champions League. It's not like PSG. You can say, no, the semi-final. No, we want to get into the final. We want to win another Champions League. Also the La Liga, of course.
Well,
you're defending your trophy. You're the king of
for us, it's a big trophy.
That's normal,
exactly. And I am scared. I am a bit scared because we will see one La Liga more competitive this year. for us. I think that for us. I can't wait for see the Spanish team in the Europe, because you can see Sevilla, or you can see Atleti.
Who we should look out for? Is that what you, the teams from Spain that we should look out for? Is that what you say? Atleti, Sevilla.
It was a disaster in the market and disaster in the Liga. Look, the Sevilla is the. Do you know how many points have the Sevilla? Just 1 point. Is the last team in the La Liga.
They've got City in the Champions League as well. What?
Yeah. And City. And I was speaking before. Sevilla is lucky now. Do you know why? Because he wanna play in his stadium tomorrow. If the Sevilla play here, City can get maybe 8 goals.
That bad?
Easy. Sevilla was a disaster.
Especially with
It's a
Haaland
disaster
now,
at the
especially
moment.
with Haaland.
I'll be honest, light work. You know. That's the first time I've ever been out to see that on a European show. But, so, in terms of the leagues, who are we looking out for in Italy?
I'm going to say Napoli.
Napoli.
And Napoli are joint top with us.
Yeah.
I mean, they got rid of Koulibaly's left, Insigne's gone,
Fabian Ruiz.
Ruiz gone to
PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
But
Music to my ears, lad. Absolute music here. Love this.
I think you should. I'd say watch it this
Yeah.
week, because that Stadio Armando Maradona is going to be rocking. Absolutely
proper
rocking.
support, haven't they, Napoli? Liverpool have drawn them like 75 times in the Champions League, and every time I see their name come out of that little ball, I'm like, it just makes me shiver, like, because it's
a good away day, though.
It's both away day, lad, but it's a horrible game of football every time, lad. It's so difficult to beat them. So, last time they had Carlo Ancelotti, I don't know who the manager is now, but let's hope he's not. Let's see.
In France, apart from PSG, Marseille?
Marseille, same as Napoli and Milan. They are, I mean, technically in terms of points, first as well. But we bagged more goals. So Marseille are looking good this season as well. They had a very interesting recruitment. Alexis Sanchez is doing well. But let's see how it goes. But I like this. Lens is doing well as well. Lille, not really. I'd say obviously I'd say we'll win that one, and Marseille second. Yeah. But be careful to them.
Scored 24 goals already, lad. Wow.
Yeah.
And obviously we all know about the Premier League teams.
Yeah.
You've got Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City. You've got to be the ones. I mean, let's talk a little bit about Man City, because we'll talk about it. But Erling Haaland's come in.
Incredible, isn't he?
He's absolutely smashed it. 9 goals in 5 games.
It's crazy.
Could he be the difference for them?
Absolutely, lads.
this Champions
You're
League
already seeing that he's the difference already. He scored, the way he scores goals, we've seen Gary Lineker on Match of the Day saying it, he puts himself in the back post where that's the highest percentage of potential for scoring a goal. He is a very intelligent, physical, creative, he's a wonderful footballer, and you know why he's wonderful, yeah? Because he'll only have 3 or 4 touches a game, but every single one of them touches, lad, will either be a goal or assist. He's that good, he's that effective, and there's no way I can't see that translating into the Champions League when he's already done it for Dortmund. He's already been in Dortmund and played the likes of PSG and scored belters. Like, it's going to make a massive difference, and it might be the year for them, lad. It really might be this year for them.
21 years old.
I mean, you see people right now saying about how he's scoring from 6 yards, but his movement at 21 years of age is insane.
Intelligent footballer.
I'm convinced he's the football version of the Terminator.
He is, lad.
He's just like, I saw him first game of the season at West Ham.
Runs as well.
And I went down, I was watching him warm up, and I was like, this guy is a specimen and a half. 21 years old.
His eyeballs for me, lad. He's got this, like, and I don't mean like the way his eyeballs look, it's just the fire behind him. That's just like, I'm going to score a goal. He's so intense, lad. He looks like his jaws constantly, like, he's so intense. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, genuinely, he's a phenomenal footballer, and it's terrible to see that he plays for Man City.
Enjoy to him 1 year, 2 year in the
Really?
Premier League. In the Premier League, enjoy to him.
No, don't worry. They're thinking that like Mbappe, that they're going to sign him. They wanted to go for Haaland and Mbappe at the same time.
His father did.
They had no Mbappe, no Haaland.
Not at the same time,
Haaland.
because Mbappe bought the PSG. Haaland is just a player. So
Haaland's father came out today actually and said 10 out of 10 going to City because they had no number 9.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
5 out of 10
It's
to go Real Madrid because Benzema.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many years have the contract in the
City?
City? Just
Yeah,
2
that's
more.
what I'm saying, we'll see.
Yeah, in 2023 it's done. And he's very intelligent. He said, I can't say no to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Never, ever. I can't say. It's just a contract for 2 years more. Let me see what happens. Because our president is just waiting for him for the best player.
In 2 years, like, they're not winning this championship. We've got 14 years. Come to us, lads. He'll win the Premier League a few times and then chip to win the Champions League with them, won't he, lads? Foxy.
Well, has Barcelona got any chance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
This
lad.
year in the Champions League.
Yeah.
In the Champions League, no. And the Champions League, no. In the La Liga, I will say maybe. But in the Champions League, I don't think so because, like PSG said, they are very young. So be careful with the team that Barcelona this year because I think they did a really, really great job in the transfer market. I don't know, you say I spend a lot of million, but
How
anyway,
come?
how? For the leverage? I don't know, it's a leverage. But in the La Liga, maybe have one opportunity with us.
Are you a bit worried about the demise? Because looking inside from an outside perspective, you might be able to give me a little bit of sort of knowledge on this. They look like they're screwed financially for the long term. I know they've done really well now, but they've sold off their rights. They get something like €1 in every 25 that they'll be earning for the next 25 years. Financially, the likes of PSG, Manchester City, they're not going to be able to compete with them. And you're already seeing, like, with all due respect, I know they've made some good signings, Barcelona, but you're already seeing a demise in the quality of their squad. You know, gone are the days of Puyol, PK, Xavi, Iniesta, and they've got some good players like Lewandowski, but they haven't got that superstar squad that they once had. But for my mind, probably one of the best teams I've ever seen play football in terms of the way they play football. They're just a long way from that, and I've always said this. It's a bit of a stark reminder of how far you can fall in such a short time, and how this football bubble is going to be quite.
Us.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Man over there, lads.
We can see in 2 years because in Spain we say this bread for today and hungry for tomorrow. We will see a great season for the Barcelona maybe this year, but they sell the right of TV a percentage, they sell the merchandising a percentage, and one big company, friend of the president.
Plus the branding of the stadium, like Spotify's name, Spotify
yeah.
Camp Nou now,
And
stuff
one friend of the president put money as well in the Barcelona, and almost 100 million. So
It's a short-term
they are
solution.
selling the future.
Short-term,
They are selling the future. It's true. The fan, they are happy. Of course, you are happy. But if you are really properly fan, be careful.
They need to win, essentially, with the way they're set up.
Exactly.
You have
This
to
is a
win
problem.
now.
Exactly.
And if they don't,
it's a gamble.
Leeds.
They need to win. They need to win. And then you have a growth in the Champions League with Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pilsen. So
Right,
maybe you can go out of the UEFA.
Let's talk a little bit about the Bundesliga. Obviously, we've got no representative of here, but you can't ignore the Bundesliga teams. Know, European giants such as Bayern Munich just signed Sadio Mane, third in their league at the moment, but it's very few points between them. They've got 5 teams in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
They've got Eintracht Frankfurt, Leipzig, Leverkusen, Dortmund, and Munich, because obviously Frankfurt won the European. What was it called again?
Conference.
Conference.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
wasn't conference.
Okay,
And
you
they
forgot
won
already.
Europa
Yeah,
League.
you
Oh, we
forgot
was
already.
Europa League. The Europa League.
I forgot what it is already, lad.
We was in the semi-final.
He erased it from his memory, literally, lads. I've
the
never
team that
remembered
knocked-
that ever
Team that
again.
knocked you out. Team that knocked you out.
Team that knocked us out, of course. Yeah, it should have been us, but we could have been there this year. But yeah, you can't ignore them. They're a massive threat.
They just took Sadio Mane off us as well. He's one of the best players that's played for Liverpool, so there's no doubt about it. They're going to be a force in Champions League, and they are every single season, so we can't write them off. I don't think Dortmund are the team that they once were, and I don't think they're going to be particularly push for the Champions League, but I do think they'll give us some entertaining games, as they always do. I love watching them play football, but you've got to look at Bayern, haven't you? They're going to miss Lewandowski, definitely, but they've just added to their arsenal as well with Sadio Mane, so...
Who's the better signing, Lewandowski or Sadio Mane?
Sadio Mane, in my opinion.
For them?
Yeah, I would say so.
Again, it's
He's
a
younger.
long-term, it's a
he's
short-term
young,
solution.
It's a long-term problem.
Yeah.
I would like ask something, guys. Are you happy if the winner of the UEFA is in the first ball in the draw of the Europe the Champions League.
First
Yeah,
part.
because in this year we have Frankfurt, like this one, but we can see in the final of the
Conference League.
the Super Cup.
Super Cup. Right?
So I don't know if it's a good point.
I mean,
Give the chance for
he's
the
already
first
seen
ball,
it,
like,
yeah.
and then we have 14 like the Premier League in the second ball.
Yeah.
You see, like this year, City, Liverpool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, in the second ball. I don't know, like Frankfurt in this first ball.
Are you all happy as Champions League teams that the winner of that cup goes into this competition, or do you think it should be back to the more traditional of the top teams in the league?
I mean, they're top teams. If you win a trophy, one of the best European trophies, then you get into the Champions
Middlesbrough
League.
won it once.
Yeah, they deserve to be in the Champions League if they win it. This is just the way it is. Football, if you are a champion, you should be in the Champions League. And in my opinion, if you win a European Cup, you're a champion. That's the way it is.
I'm not so sure. But we'd have taken it.
I haven't said that though, if you was in
Yeah,
it.
if you won.
Yeah, I've been all over it. Of course, yeah. You can't, there was obviously, do the winners, but in your opinion, come from these 5 leagues? Is it one of these 5 leagues that it comes from? Or is there someone else in there that's, staring out at you that we're completely missing?
Well, Dutch League.
We've already talked about these leagues and we already know that there's money involved in some of the top leagues and that's literally what pushes them ahead. It is.
Portuguese League is doing well in Champions League. Porto and Benfica are usually doing well in the Champions League.
That's the one I was looking at, Benfica. To be
We
honest.
just bought Nunes, we bought Luis Diaz.
Yeah,
off
that's
Porto.
true.
They're 2 of the best players in the Portuguese League.
We took also Vitinha from Porto as well.
So it's,
the best
again,
midfielder.
Money just takes all the quality out of the leagues. You don't have that healthy competition
Djanga
anymore.
as well, no?
Who?
Djanga.
Yeah.
Ajax look like they play well. Do you know what? It's the fixture. I think Liverpool have got one of the most exciting groups in this Champions League draw. Actually, I really do. We've got Rangers, Ajax. They're 2 exciting games. Then,
Yeah, in terms
it's not
of
about,
what it is,
It's not about the football. It's about the environment.
The fans. Yeah, the atmosphere.
Yeah,
of course.
Ajax fans,
Yeah.
Rangers fans, Liverpool fans.
I think
That's
Napoli
gonna
as well.
Yeah.
Even
Now
though
Napoli is.
It's going to be great. So I'm actually looking forward
Ajax,
to it.
Feyenoord.
I'm going to Amsterdam to watch the Ajax game. Looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to
I
do it.
mean,
I mean,
You start go straight to Amsterdam.
Exactly.
now.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, I've
you
got
do
to do it.
London,
Yeah.
Amsterdam straight
Go
away.
Straight there.
Yeah.
Boom. Sorted.
They're in fantastic form, Ajax. Just lost their manager and their best player,
Yeah.
to be quite honest with you. Semi-finals recently. Quite unlucky against Tottenham as well, not to get to the final. Any chance for them to...
Well, it'd be mad, wouldn't it, for a new manager? I mean, Thomas Tuchel did it, didn't he? So I can't even say that. But it would be mad for a new manager after so long with Ten Hag and a philosophy for them to all of a sudden just pull a Champions League out the bag. They definitely play entertaining football, which is one of the reasons why I said I'm looking forward to playing them. But I can't no disrespect to them. Love Ajax, absolutely do. Got fantastic football kits, by the way. Love them. But can't see them pulling it out, really, if I'm honest, lads. No disrespect to them.
They had that year where they got into the semis. They had the experience in the middle, which are all now off in lower table league teams. Obviously, they had Tadic, Diaz. They're on fire. I just don't think. I mean, they've lost quite a few players. I mean, Gravenberch has gone to Bayern Munich. So is
Obviously
Mazuri
Anthony.
from right back.
Yeah.
Obviously, Anthony, Lissandro Martinez. Yes, they've replaced them, but it's going to take time for them to gel in such a prestigious competition.
Yeah, he did.
I just can't see it.
One important point for me, and that's Ajax, is they lost Anthony the last day of the market, so they didn't have time
They didn't
for
plan it.
yes,
That's
exactly.
a good shout. That's
So,
very good. No plans.
I
No
don't think
replacement.
that they're gonna go to the semi-final because if the Ajax go to the semi-final,
Just before we
who
start
is
the Champions
no,
League as well.
who is not going to the semi-final? Liverpool, Madrid, or
Yeah.
PSG, City,
Can't
Milan?
see it.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
So maybe quarter-final, but not the semi-final.
Let's take a couple of comments here. Just I don't think we've got any super chats, so we're just going to go into UCL will be back at Anfield, says AJ Mole.
I hope so, lads. It's Istanbul this year, so that's the only hope for me this year. Is that it's at Istanbul.
Did you buy your ticket? Did you buy your
Yeah,
ticket?
of course, lad. Jürgen said buy it, so I bought it, lads. You know what I mean?
Good point.
7 a.m. at night says, why is there a West Ham fan talking about the Champions League? We can all watch, my friend. You don't have to be the bride, you know. What does this man live and is he rocking the hoodie?
See, lads.
He said it's hot today. We're both rocking the
No,
hoodie. It's quite
there's
cool,
the,
isn't it,
there's
right?
the AC.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
AC in here. It's
well.
chilly, the firm.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Mine's not hot.
That's not hot. You can't say Liverpool are kings of Europe when you've won it 6 times and Madrid 14 times.
I never said we were kings of Europe. I called them kings of Europe. Definitely not.
That's
I
what
did not
you did.
say
No, I don't
we're
think
kings of
you said
Europe at all. We are pedigree though. We're definitely European pedigree, without a doubt.
And
They are the
Reza
kings.
Ref says it will be a Chelsea-Barca final, mark my words.
Chelsea, are you mad?
Europa League, more like. Cop saying book the hotel for next year's final after losing the Champions League final shows out. Yeah, unrealistic Liverpool's expectations after this season. A lot of Liverpool bash now. I'm not going to subject you to that. You've done enough of that already. But Haaland signed for 5 years.
5. So there you go, lads.
It don't matter.
It doesn't.
It don't matter what you
It's
sign.
so
It could be off in January if he wanted.
That's
Let's
so
be
true,
honest.
Nicky, lad, it is.
Paris will.
Who's going to be the star players in this year's competition?
Oh, that's a good question. I like this one. Haaland, obviously, we just talked about him. Haaland's definitely going to be a star contributor to the Champions League and going to make it entertaining.
I'm going to
But
say.
let's have a spicy
I'm
one.
going to say Neymar. The way
I
he's
was
playing
about,
right
I was
now,
about to say as
he's
well.
on
It
fire.
hurts me to say because I'm not a big fan of him,
I love him.
he's
I
on
love
fire.
Neymar.
He's on fire this season, and if he's staying in shape and not doing anything too funny during the Christmas period as well, and his sister's
the World Cup.
birthday, and the World Cup, not getting injured as well, I think he will be a player to watch this season in the UCL because he's on fire, and he's back to his old days. And the connection he has with Messi now. Obviously, comparing to last season,
the spark in him.
I think so now. Yeah, I think so. Last season was very complicated between him and Messi, but now the way they connect is not like the old days at Barcelona. But you can see that it's way more automatic than.
There's an understanding there.
Yeah, way. But the connection between Messi and Neymar is more interesting and smoother than the one with Mbappe,
It
for
is
example.
beautiful. I've watched it, lad.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's beautiful to watch, lad. It really is.
It's very interesting.
They just
So
know
yeah, I'd
each
say
other.
Neymar as well.
I
We'll be
think they
careful
just
to
have
him.
that relationship, even
Yeah.
off the pitch, where
Yeah.
they just Messi could literally just go
Proper mates,
literally
aren't
go
they?
like that and see that Neymar's
Exactly.
there and he'll pass it through.
Exactly.
Same with
Yeah.
Mbappe as well.
I don't think they had a
Did they
fall.
fall
No.
No, it was
Sorry,
a thing
what?
with Mbappe, wasn't it? Messi, Neymar, Mbappe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course. No. You're asking about the
Messi-
issue
Messi
between.
and
Messi-
Neymar, did they fall out when he left Barca?
I don't think so.
No.
Messi was happy for him, like. I think he was.
Yeah, I thought it was.
No. Yeah, it was completely fine.
You are playing the football that you've been playing has revolved a lot around them and then latching it on to Mbappe to score a goal or two. It has been beautiful to watch, I can't lie. Do you know what else I'm going to say, by the way? Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
Player to watch during the
He's been,
UCL.
honestly, lad, this season, fantastic, lad. Had an end product to his game, picking us up by the scruff of the neck and getting points for us, lad.
He is.
Honestly, this kid is sick footballer, lad. And I think in the Champions League, he's done it for Porto. He scored against City with Porto. I think he's going to come into his own this season. I really do. You'll see it, lad. It's his first Champions League. He got to the final last season. He had a taste of what it could be like, lad. He's going to be good this season. In the
So I'd
Champions
say
League.
Mbappe or Neymar on myself. I think Mbappe is desperate to prove
Yeah.
himself as well. That he made the right decision, but not going to Real Madrid as well. And
This is true.
the competition against Haaland as well will be a big thing. Everyone will be focused on those two
Yeah, I
very
agree.
much during
I
the
agree.
Champions League. Benzema has proven himself for years. So he
Countless
has,
times, yeah.
Benzema has nothing to prove anymore, especially if he's going to be the Ballon d'Or. So I think those two, Haaland and Mbappe, will have to prove themselves during this season in Champions League. Yeah.
I
Could there
agree.
be any sort of surprises? Last year, I think it was Sebastian Haller, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
competition by
Yeah.
score. I think
Yeah.
he's the top scorer ever in the
Yeah.
competition.
Insane,
isn't
really.
Can you see anyone like that?
That's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of any special little players. I was going to, do you know what, before we talked about Leao, like he was a player in my brain that I was thinking could be boss in the Champions League because he's been boss for AC Milan for the last 2 seasons or something. And who was linked with him? Was it Real Madrid or someone?
Chelsea on last
Chelsea
few
wants
weeks.
him. So,
I think
he's after people.
He
want
just
him
needs to
score
be
goals.
consistent
Yeah.
because that's the main problem right now. Is he'll do a 10 out of 10 game like he did in the derby on Saturday, and then the game before, if it doesn't go to him, if he doesn't do much, then that's when we're a little bit in trouble. But
Giroud is doing well as well.
yeah,
Be careful to him.
Giroud, mad. He is a good. That's what Arsenal actually need now, as a little bit of extra to their front line, just to add that header. Just that's all they
that's
need in
what
their
he,
front
that's
line.
what
Make
he
him
is.
boss.
He's there. He literally dictates that 9 role so well.
Exactly.
Like the way he puts the ball down. I think the
The
third goal,
old-fashioned way, yeah.
the third goal, back heel into Leao, puts it bottom corner.
Yeah,
like
quite
it's
Game of
just
football, that one was good. It'll come with
What
Leao.
about Timo Werner returning to Leipzig? He's sort of He
They haven't
was
been
a
very
superstar.
good.
Ten of the
I don't
team
think
up.
they've been
Yeah.
very good in Bundesliga. I think they got smacked 3 or 4 nil against Freiburg actually.
They
I
have
think it
gone,
was.
yeah, but they've been playing well, Freiburg. They have been
Yeah,
playing
they're
really well.
top
And they've
of
got
the
some
league.
lovely football kids, Freiburg, by the way. Do you know who else? Nkuhu, lad.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Nkuhu,
Yes,
I
be
didn't
careful,
forget about
obviously.
him, lad. He's a brilliant football player.
I know.
He could like look for a move this season
I know.
by using the Champions League as a stage. So he could have a good performance this season as well. You don't know. In the comments, does anyone know any like on the peripheral players that you would see
get your
doing
players
well
in.
in the Champions League? I'd actually like to hear your suggestions.
And Kuku is a good one.
Somebody
yeah.
said here Reece James.
He's not.
We'll see if he
I don't know where
handles
that's
layout.
I don't know either, lad.
If he handles
But
layout.
yeah,
in
get
the
your
group
players
stage.
in. Okay, so let's start having a look. World Cup's finished. We're getting into the tail end of this competition. Who's going to be there? Last 8. Who's going to be there, and who gets to the final? Let's go through it a little bit.
I'd say we reached the semi-finals. Might reach the final, but as I said earlier, I'm getting rusted for this, but yeah, semis will be actually a good result, considering it's a bit of a crash test with this new gaffer with no European expense. So semis will be good. Real Madrid will obviously reach the semi-finals. Then I'd go with Man City and Liverpool. I think it was like this last season, exactly this, no?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Well, not us obviously because we've been kicked out by you guys, but yeah, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, PSG.
I think for, as I said, yeah, I don't think any of our, unless the teams, if they go through to the group, they get a few favourable games. I can't see any of them getting to the quarters. I mean, Juventus.
Last day.
Quarters, no?
I can't see it. Unless, I think, I just have to see how the groups go, to be honest. Because I think Inter's had a rough start. I think even Juventus have had a rough start. They've got everyone out, even for tomorrow. No Di Maria, Chiesa, Pogba. They're really stretched for tomorrow.
Di Maria's going to play, by the way.
No, is he not injured?
No, he's not. He's going to play tomorrow. Paredes as well.
Oh yeah, he had a shocker. But yeah, I think, no, never know. Milan could do like Ajax did. I mean, we got a young crop of players if they're hungry and determined. I think we could even top our group. I don't think Chelsea are playing that well. I think we can take Chelsea on it. We'll see who we get.
Yeah.
Who's got the
Thanks,
easiest
Chris.
group for you?
It's the Tottenham group.
Tottenham. Yeah,
Tottenham
I
will
said
feel
I think Tottenham will definitely bust that group. To
I
be fair.
feel like
Yeah,
I feel like Man City have
If
it.
Tottenham are not
I
finishing
thought
top
you
four,
were
I
Man City,
don't-
lad.
You know why? Because the first ball was Frankfurt.
I just think,
Frankfurt,
Mm.
Tottenham.
I
Yeah.
just think that group.
Then
It
Sporting
looks
Marseille.
on paper easy, but I don't think going to Marseille Sporting is going to be easy for Tottenham.
I don't think you can. I definitely don't think you can sleep on Tottenham.
No, I don't think you
I'm
can.
not sleeping
Yeah.
Just because of the
I can't
manager
say.
that they've got.
Yeah.
I think they'll be in the last 8. Certainly.
I think the easiest group is probably Tottenham's or City's. It looks like we said on paper that Tottenham's will be, but the Sporting have been playing well, haven't they? And I think Man City looks like it's it looks like it's going to be difficult on paper, but as we've just seen, Sevilla are dead last in their league, and Dortmund.
Copenhagen.
Yeah, I know. Like it's City, fuck's sake. You've got the easy group, right? If you don't go through, I'd be surprised. So I think last 8 is obviously going to be Bayern, PSG, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Napoli.
Napoli?
Yeah, I think Napoli are going to do well. Believe me, when they play well and they have their fans behind them, we've played them too many times for me to not know, lad. This is what they do. They can get to these stages of the Champions League. I think, who else? That's 6 in a minute.
RB Leipzig, as you
Yeah,
think.
so I'd say Chelsea. I think they have enough to get
Chelsea.
over the line for there, and maybe Spurs. Yeah, I think all the London, the English teams will get through, and I think in the semis it'll be Liverpool, City, PSG, and then someone that's going to be a surprise. I don't think it's going to be Real Madrid.
City,
Don't think Real Madrid are going to do it
PSG,
this
no,
season.
Real Madrid.
For the things I said earlier, I said
Is your
Real
point?
Madrid, you've won it, and you've
Did you
fair and
say
square,
Bayern
you've won, like,
last
without a
night?
doubt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the way you've won the Champions League last
No,
season...
he didn't.
was-
Yeah, last 8, yeah.
He did.
It was boss to watch. You were beautiful to watch. You've come back and done miraculous, spectacular games, and it was Benzema doing some crazy things. But there's only so long you can ride on that, lad. There really is. And so I don't know if he can replicate that exact thing this season, and being that there's quality in other places and other teams like City and PSG.
No Bayern either.
Yeah.
I did say Bayern.
You did
Bayern
say
in the
Bayern.
semi,
No,
Bayern in the
no,
semi.
no,
Not Bayern in the semi, but yeah.
You know,
Final 8, yeah.
I don't know if we can do that something. We can reply this season. We can do something different, but we can win the Champions League.
Difference. You can win a Champions League. Real Madrid, you can always win a Champions
Yeah.
League. I just think this season there's more quality in other places to get there. That's what I think. And I'm being biased in the sense that I'm picking Liverpool because I think that we have something similar to you in the sense our fans want the Champions League. We always want it.
Exactly.
Even when we're crap in the league, we
Exactly.
want the Champions League.
Exactly. You put your team in this final. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so that's what I'd take your place. Liverpool would take your place in my opinion. That's what
Yeah,
Of
okay, of
course.
course.
So, Doyle, would you rather win the Premier League or the Champions League?
Champions League, lad. Every single day I said
No,
this
because I
last
spoke
season.
with some Premier League fans. They're going for the Premier League sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, winning the
more
Premier
than the
League.
Champions League, which is very interesting.
As long as we stay at the very top of the Champions League rankings in England, I'm very happy with that, lad. We are European royalty. We've got double the cups that anyone else has got. I'm happy to be the best Champions League club in England. No problem. It's the best club best cup that you can win as a club, in my opinion.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree
I
as
am-
well, 100%.
I am impressed because now I'm say to the Barcelona.
Yeah,
Now
no one
one
is
say to
mentioning
the Barcelona.
No,
And
I've got a comment here actually.
Yeah,
It says,
now one say the Barcelona.
Barca not even in the quarters, and it says, bruh.
I don't gonna say Barcelona, but for example, you see the market, you see the people, the player. So a lot of people they are expecting a good season for Barcelona. But I have my choice.
I don't believe in buying just players and then all of a sudden magic happens. That's not what I believe in. I believe that you buy players, you build a system around them, and then they gel together, and after a few seasons together, they become winners. And that's only because I've had examples of that with
makes total
Liverpool.
sense.
We bought players that weren't necessarily all together at first, and then we got them together, and we bought significant signings to plug the holes. But it wasn't right. We need to
Useful
buy these
signings.
players to win us everything. It wasn't the strikers. It was different players.
it's a-
Look what
point,
Barca
it's
is
a
doing
point.
is looking a little bit like we did as
Yeah.
well, like Hollywood FC. Like we take the stars and the best players at the position or the and it does not really make sense at the same time, you know.
No, for example, this season, for example, this transfer market, yes, they took one player, the best player per line, like Koundé, Rafinha, and Lewandowski.
Rafinha's boss.
Yeah,
like,
Rafinha is
so-
an amazing
So
signing.
Yes, he
I
really
think
is,
they
like-
have a good team, but let me see what happens because you said it's not like take a player and just
Exactly.
put him
I
there.
doesn't
genuinely,
work like that,
to
yeah.
be honest, like I genuinely think I don't want to say it. I hate this. It's Man City's lad. Man City this season, they just look like they're a force.
They need to
again.
win.
Yeah.
They need to win.
They need to win it. And
They
I think
need to win.
I think
PSG
they might,
for
lads.
me.
I think
They
they
need
might
to win.
actually do
Both
it
of
this
them.
time.
Exactly.
For me, they
PSG
need
and
to win
City,
it.
I agree, but
They
then
need
I just feel like City have the edge over PSG. I really do in
They have
quality.
more pressure.
They do.
They're a full team. They're a full squad of players. Like, there's not
100%.
one position on that pitch that you go, they're a bit weak there. No,
They even
they're
asked the
fantastic.
team, one-
and then you,
another
you
team
go
on
to
the
the bench,
bench.
yeah, you go to the bench and go, he's just as good as that kid
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, exactly.
The only thing that will stop City, and this is the only thing, right, is if Haaland gets injured and Alvarez doesn't step up to the line. That's the only thing that's going to stop City, but I cannot see it happening, lad. I just have this little feeling in my gut that it's there.
He's physically so strong, man. Even if he's
Yeah.
getting injured, he can be
Just-
back within 48 hours.
Right,
so good.
let's get into some comments before we go into the final question. Tendi Item, who is a DR Sports member, you can become a DR Sports member, by the way. You can join that now. Link is in the description. Says my semi-finalists will be AC Milan, a Portuguese club, and 2 English clubs, with Manchester City
Interesting.
being one of them. Not sure who the other one. Costas for Life says Serie A is a farmers' league. Let's be honest, but the Italian Stennis says just Juventus. You know, we're sleeping on Juventus.
No.
We're
I
slipping
can't
on
see it.
Juventus because they've not been performing for years.
No, they
now.
haven't.
We did talk about league, but what I would say is, just because a team's not playing well in the league, it doesn't matter that they're not. Like, it can sort of motivate a team sometimes to focus on just the Champions League
Chelsea.
when you're not playing well in the
But-
league.
Chelsea are
Popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And they've got to, like, because they just won the Champions League 2 years ago, so I get it. I totally understand, get it. But I just feel like the quality...
No, I think that's just the case. Like I'm saying Chelsea.
Oh, right.
I think when they won the Champions League,
They were not doing well in the Premier League.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Thing is, Juventus last 3 seasons been knocked out. Villarreal
yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
they lost 3-0, I think it was. Porto, when Ronaldo was there,
Yeah.
and Ajax
Yeah.
at home again. So it's not just about the league itself, but when they get into the final stage of the Champions League, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Ronaldo there. It's just something missing all the time with Juventus.
Chrissy beat Imhotep. Segues us into our last question brilliantly. He says the UCL winner would become from Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid or Man City. Can't say Liverpool, PSG, and I'd like to see Juventus the same team there to win it, to be honest. So let's get it. Who wins it for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Between Man City, PSG, I'm going to say Man City. Man City for me.
Man City.
Yeah, I think that Haaland signing is the last piece of the puzzle that Pep needed. So
Does he need to win it this year, Pep?
I think he does need to win it.
Could he walk if they don't? Because the
every
owners
year
are
we're
gonna
saying
become
this.
very-
Does he need
But
to win
I
it?
think-
Otherwise, he will be considered a fraud. Blah blah blah. And every
What
year
was
he's not
that
winning
for?
it, and he's staying, and he's performing in the Premier League. I don't think he necessarily needs to win it this year. But I think, as you said, Haaland was the missing piece of the puzzle.
I don't think he, as in Pep, needs to win it. I think Man City, as a club, need to win
Well,
it.
they want to.
And they want to win it. But their
That's
owners
what I'm
want
saying.
to,
If
their
they don't
fans
get it
want
this
to.
year, he's giving them enough time. He's giving them enough pieces of the
Was
puzzle.
it 4 Premier Leagues in 5 seasons? Is
Yeah,
it?
this is it is.
So it's getting boring for them now. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100% with him. Obviously, as I said, they have more pressure than us, and yeah, the fans like us are desperate to win that Champions League. So I never won it, and you guys won it plenty of times, and City did not win it as well. So I think it's the last. It's the perfect season for them.
It is.
So yeah, City. I think City's going to win it.
Right, right. I think City, if it's their time to win it this year, it really is. Like what he said, he's put the final piece of the puzzle in place. The only thing that is in the back of me right now, when I'm backtracking a little bit, is they've conceded a lot of goals already this season. A hell of a lot of goals, you know.
They've not been. They've not been formidable.
They haven't. And you know, to pair that with the nervousness of winning your first Champions League
City.
and going into it with all expectations, it could falter them, lad. So I'm like backtracking a little bit now after all this. But I still think that City have enough to get to the final. Are they going to win it? Yeah, I reckon they can win.
Graham's looking at you all like you're crazy because he's definitely going to say Real Madrid, right?
Oh,
Yeah, of
Liverpool. I
course.
think Liverpool
Listen,
as well.
But he is in a position to say.
We
Yeah,
have
exactly.
we have the pressure. Everyone want to win to us, but I am really, really confident with my team.
Like you did last year, yeah.
Hopefully, it's so soon. I want to say it before, but I can't say it. Did you see Tushonameni?
Chouameni, yeah.
It's so soon. It's so early for I speak about him. But let me see if we don't miss him to Casemiro.
Yes,
And
there's this.
we will win the Champions League, or 15 Champions League, with the oldest player. His name is Modric, and with the younger player, his name is Tushonameni.
I was going to say, when you were talking about the player of the tournament, I didn't put mine in. Vinicius,
Yeah,
I think he's
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vinicius is
Yes,
definitely
quality, yeah.
this year. I saw the game last weekend, like when he take the ball, when he looked the goalkeeper. Now he has
Do you play
really
Camavinga
confident
or no?
with Camavinga last season,
Yeah.
last game.
He's doing well.
Camavinga.
He's a good
Yeah, of
player
course.
as well.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
I think they are doing a lot of
Yeah.
change now because this season we don't have too many bench, you know. So and Carlos he's doing a lot of change. This
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's just wrap up by saying, let's have a look a little bit into the Europa League. I know it's not your bag, but we like the Europa League. Arsenal United for that?
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Two
Absolutely.
big clubs in there, aren't they?
They're the two. I'm not disrespecting any club in the Europa League, okay? They've
See,
probably
again.
got the most money probably in that competition, so they should be winning
And
it.
both
yes.
been playing really well
Yes, they
at
have.
the moment.
Unfortunately, yes,
Yeah.
yes, they have. So they should be winning that, and it should be an all-English final.
They both have a chance to win it. It just depends if there's a surprise drop down. You never know who drops down from
That
Champions
is
League.
true. That is true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it should be an all-English one. What about the Conference League? Who's going to be the favourites? for the Conference League.
I think we all know who's going to be the favourites for the Conference League after that, don't we? It's going to be
I have my team.
Mr. Nicky over there.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
Villarreal.
Villarreal, huh?
Yeah.
They will play the Conference League,
yeah.
you see,
Yeah.
and they were playing the
Semi-final.
semi-final
Yeah.
last
They
year.
played
So
boss against us actually as well. They played very,
Yellow
very well
Submarine.
against us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'd
I
go
will
with
say
Villarreal as well.
Villarreal and West Ham.
They're a huge club. Huge club. They are the ones that
Yeah,
you've got to look out
Mhm.
for. Yeah, and plus you get Europa League dropouts as well, which I'm still not too keen on that for them two competitions. But it's all about the money, isn't it? So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
what they want. Can we wrap up? Do you want to wrap up now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us on DR Sports.
Pleasure.
Join us all season for European content all through. As I said before, you can become a member by clicking the link in the description. If you're new around here and you can't become a member just yet, click subscribe because there is loads of content coming up on DR Sports as per usual, watch-alongs and everything else. But we will be back next Monday for the European show. Thank you very much. Good night.
Yeah.